Yo, so I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to do some music stuff, like create music, or work on an old project and kind of tweak on some stuff, or secret option C, make a time lapse. And I think that I've come to the conclusion that I'm in both an inky mood as well as a music mood. So I'm going to listen to some music while I draw for you guys. And first things first, I'm going to go make myself some tea and come back down and we'll get into it. Yep. Alright, so I've got myself some tea here. I'm going to get some music going and get kind of comfortable. Alright, so I switched microphones. Looks like I had to screw the cap on the pin a little bit. So yeah, I started off, I think I wanted to stick with triangles for the most part. Eventually I varied away from that, but started off pretty much using just straight lines and just kind of filling them in as I saw fit. You know, obviously not too filled in, just kind of like some have thick lines and some have thin lines and some are completely solid shapes. So I'll have to apologize because the focus is not there right now. I must have made an error or sort of bumped the focus ring after I had set up the tripod, but that gets fixed shortly, so that's my error. I will be less careless in future videos. And really cooking along. I made the video this fast because I figured attention spans would be pretty low. So, alright, just threw some circles in there. I guess there were already a couple of circles on the outsides of the shapes. And some remote triangles. That's better. It's like I put my glasses on. Yeah, that guy, that's sort of kind of like a face right there, almost like a superhero face. With a, like a mask and a nose. Anyways. Yeah, just kind of filling in some details, adding the illusion of complexity. Oh, that's fun. That's I believe that was a Picasso method. It was crossing the lines over and then filling in certain ones with certain colors. I could be wrong about that, but yeah. So I usually do these flowier lines that have less structure to them and they come out a bit more organic. So this was refreshing, kind of changing it up and using strong lines to make strong shapes. And I left some of the spaces blank in between to help continue the idea of these channels that sort of run through the piece. It sort of creates like shapes in the negative space of the shapes, if that makes any sense. That's so satisfying to me, watching just like a very straight line get drawn quickly. Fun. Yeah, it was like a paper airplane looking. Those angles looked like paper airplane angles. You will be thick. Line, I choose you to be thick. In the future, y'all should let me know in the comments for the people who do occasionally watch these videos. Those are like some ancient circuitry, Ragnarok-esque shapes. But like I was saying, in the future, y'all should let me know if you want me to commentate or narrate or whatever, or if you just prefer like a musical track. I can make music specifically for this purpose, and it won't match up perfectly, but rapid movements and musicality already kind of like happen to sync up, so it might also be entertaining. But you guys let me know. You know, I could do it either way. Probably would take me a bit longer to create music, but I'm already making music in my free time, so I'll just use tracks that I've already created. So that shape right there was kind of fun. It it sort of reminds me of like the edge of a building or something, and then I don't know. I'm not really quite sure. But speaking of the edge of a building, this one right here is very much so very building-like with those kind of window-esque things. And I followed that up with more of a perspective building right there. But yeah, we've got some. That's the first non-shape really. I guess it became a shape, kind of a question mark sort of shape, but it goes back to the flowier stuff that I'm used to. Yep. Oh, and this is one of my favorite triangles in the whole bunch. These tiny little hash marks. And that was cool. Yep. We're cruising along. Yep. That F is for final, because I was coming up on the final of this piece. And there's my signature. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.